Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. I am so excited for these 3 episodes. PropStream is the newest member of my expert series. 2 weeks ago, we just kind of gave you a taste, an introduction to the amazing world that PropStream brings to us. But today we're going to start doing the 3 video series, and I have my good friend Burton with me. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Man, we are going to put you through some exercise because I've given you a rough outline of what we're going to do, but not everything. So are you ready for these 3 shows?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So the first one, Burton, we're going to do, and I will have you turn it over in a minute, is I want you to bring up the system because something you've given us, the audience of One Rental at a Time, is a 7-day trial. And as we said in the first episode, it's really about the questions that we ask. You provide the data, you provide the sexy UI to go get it, but it relies on me to ask a question. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right. So one thing that I teach, one thing I talk about is new investors need to create a buy box. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to create a buy box in a market that I know nothing about because I want to be surprised, right? I want to pretend I'm a new investor. So why don't you bring up the application and we'll start filling it out together.
Here we go. Let me know if you can see my screen.
I can. So let me just collapse this so we get best UI. So Burton, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in St. Louis, Missouri, specifically zip code 63111.
Okay, so first thing I would do is go to our search bar, which, by the way, you could search by county, city, in this case, zip code. So it's 63111.
Okay, and so that's just the start. Go ahead.
That's correct. Yeah. So what our system will do is obviously give you a recommendation drop down, just like if you were doing a search. If this is the right zip code, go ahead and click on that. And what will immediately happen is you'll now dive into our server.
Okay.
And we're pretty much just saying, hey, that zip code, we have about 7,500 leads that you can now go through.
Yeah, I'm going to call them records right now. We're not going to call them leads yet. We're going to call those records. Because what I'm going to do, right, folks, again, if you're following my course, you're doing the work, this is what I'm trying to help you understand is PropStream could be one of these amazing sources that if you're not careful, could provide so much data. Because again, we got almost 7,600 records here. So the first thing, Burton, again, zip code is great. We've got to get a tight buy box. So what I want to do here is it's probably in your filters. Actually, I don't know where it is, but I want to put in a housing size. Can we do that?
Yes, you may. You would go to our filter just to the right of the search box.
Awesome.
And in terms of housing size, that would fall into the category property characteristics.
All right. So let's see what we got there. I'm hoping it's bedrooms and baths and size. Okay. So we're going to do minimum 3 bedrooms and max 4. So what that's going to do is going to eliminate 2s and eliminate big ones. Let's do, we're not going to do bath. So let's do building size or square foot. Let's do 900 to, I don't know, St. Louis. So maybe 1350. Perfect. We're getting better. Okay. So that's good for now. So let's look at that.
Okay. So once we're done, we're just going to go ahead and hit close at the very bottom. And that yielded us 120 records.
Yeah. So again, these are records, folks. And again, if you're following my course, remember you're setting up a buy box in realtor.com or Redfin or Zillow. And what you're going to get in Realtor are active listings, right? If we went, can you do active listings on this or no?
Yes, you may. You can go into our filter and that would fall into the MLS status.
I didn't know that. Awesome.
So right now we, by default, combine on and off market properties.
Of course.
So
yeah, that's why I call them records.
Yeah. Yes. So right now they're both in here, but if you prefer just on market, you would select on market here. If you want off market, so you can deal directly with homeowners.
Oh, let's see what this is.
On market, no.
So let's see what yes is. So yes looks like it's going to be 7 if I did the math
7.
Right. Okay.
Correct.
So let's go back to property characteristics. I want to get that a little larger.
Okay.
So let's actually let's eliminate building size. Let's just say 3 and 4 bedrooms because again, I don't know St. Louis at all.
We have now 484 results.
But those are on market, or did we not save that?
If we put on market, yes, 30.
There we go. That's what I want. Because again, what I tell people to do is I want their buy box to be between 20 and 40 on market records.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then yes, this would be your 30 on market properties between 3 to 4 bedrooms.
So 3 or 4 bedrooms. Awesome. So this again is a place where you could start. But see, the beauty of what PropStream is going to bring you that Realtor doesn't or Redfin doesn't is I forget what the number was, 170 3 and 4 bedroom units there because you have off market as well, right?
Correct.
Right. So again, this is just a way to go. So impress me because you know the system a lot better than me. Oh, actually, let's talk about at the top. So there's 116. Wait, what is this? MLS 116. What is all
what happens prior to our filtering we just performed right now? If we just kind of reset really quick, when you first pull up a market,
I got it.
It's pretty much a buffet of data. So as you mentioned, 7,500 records are immediately provided. These are all unfiltered, off market, commercial, residential. To help save some time, we've taken those records and kind of ran it through a cheese grater.
Totally
so
get it.
You have 8 individual categories. So if you are just looking for on-market properties only, there's your 116. You can just start from right there.
Got it.
Pre-foreclosures, auctions, etc. So we took those 7,500 and just organized them for you.
Okay.
Otherwise, if these 8 categories aren't good for you, let's say you don't want to start there, you do what you just brought up, Michael, which is you search the zip code and then immediately go into the filter. And the benefit there is we could do what you just did, which is build our own criteria, or there's actually 19 quick list options that you can choose from. So it could be a pre-probate property where someone's passed away and their name is still on a title of a property. It could be a tired landlord, a vacant land, senior owners. So you could start with a list and then refine it using the same filters we just used.
That is awesome. So again, folks, we're going to do 3 videos today. The first one is going to be about your buy box. If you're following my course, you know, the first thing you need to do is go to Realtor, Redfin, Zillow, whatever, is create that sort. So you're looking at it every day, you're documenting it. What you can do right here with PropStream is even get more data, right? You could get that simple buy box, but you can get so much more, right? And what we'll probably talk about in episode number 2 is high equity or vacant. We're going to do another session, but since we're here and it says 483 vacant, let's just click on that and see what that looks like. Again, that's a part of your cheese grater, right? That's one of the holes.
Yes,
right.
Correct. So here we can go directly into the 483 immediately now. And again, if this is a little too much for the budget, we can filter those 483. So after we select the 483, if I go into the filter, I can add additional criteria. So
well, let's just add let's add the 4 and let's do the whole 3 and 4 bedrooms.
3 to 4. And here we go. We're now down to 49 results. Awesome. Vacant properties that are not addressing their mail at the current moment.
Yeah. So again, folks, this is what I mean by, again, some of that has been in big data for a long time. The hard work is consolidating informations from lots of different data sources. But once somebody has done that, like PropStream, it really comes down to your questions. And this is why I wanted PropStream to be one of my experts. And I made time every other Thursday to speak with them, because I don't think we in general appreciate the amount of data that is out there, right? We're kind of searching in onesie twosie places. Yeah. Any other thoughts on that?
Well, I think data has completely evolved our industry, and I just don't think our industry as a collective right now realizes that. And this is my philosophy. We are in the middle of this transition from doing things the traditional way, which is we got to go grab a list from that said source, take it to the office, and then manually filter it. So there's this thing called the traditional searching, where grab a list, refine it on your own, and then start marketing to the records. However, as you mentioned, by us allowing to piece data together that was never pieced together before, right? The county records with the MLS records with the tax records. Well, that's now very, very powerful, because you can now create categories of records that have never been heard before. Like I want a senior owned property that was on the market for 180 days that has, negative equity. 3 different sources come together, and these are exactly what we just did right now. We went into zip code, we pulled the vacant list from the United States Postal Service. That's where we get this record from. And then we added county records. So if we go back 15 years ago before PropStream, you had to do this manually. You had to go to the Postal Service, grab a list if they had it, and then do that. But what makes it even more powerful is you can do as many layers as you want. So if you wanted to see, okay, well, how many of these 49 failed on the market, there's your 16. 3 sources now have come together,
Look
right?
at that.
It's vacant from the Postal Service. You got the characteristics from the county. And then our source for MLS just showed just the 16 properties that failed on the market. And you can keep going. And that to me is the transition of our industry, is that if you realize how powerful connecting that data is, because you can now manipulate it, sky becomes the limit at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we're gonna do 2 more episodes just taking on different criteria. The first one here is just your buy box. It's what I teach. It's what I talk about. It's what I talk about tracking. Get used to it. Get comfortable. But there's so much more data that you could be capturing. A lot of you are always asking me, Michael, I want to do more. I want to do more. And I'm like, just stay in Realtor. If you really want to do more, you can use PropStream because they've already brought the data together. It's almost impossible for individuals to do this because the Postal Service is dealing with an address. The county records may be an APN. The bank may be, some other entity. I mean, it gets too hard. And that's why I think PropStream is going to be a tool that is frequently used by students of my course. So any other closing thoughts on buy box? And we'll get to some other ideas in episode number 2.
No, just a search around your neighborhood. Keep searching. We do give you guys 10,000 records every month. So make sure you click on that link. Now, during your trial period, we'll give you guys 50 free leads. So give it a go. You can do exactly what we just did today in your neighborhood. And I encourage you guys to do that.
Again, folks, what I will put in the first line in the description and all of the 3 videos with Burton from PropStream is the link to use because you will be able to get a 7-day trial and a small discount. So thank you for doing this, Burton. Get ready for episode number 2.